Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Wrestling Unlimited, as it's Monday, and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up. A handful of news brought to you in one easy-to-watch video. As far as today's news stories do go, we're going to talk about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament that does kick off tonight on Monday Night Raw. We got news, notes, and even some spoilers for that. We're going to talk about Backlash, WWE, touting all these records. Some backstage news and notes from Backlash. We're going to talk about Chris Jericho saying that he was assaulted at the Mandalay Bay in Vegas. Eddie Kingston's going to undergo surgery and so much more, because again, this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up every Monday and Friday morning right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. You can watch this show a myriad of different ways, whether that is live or later. You watch live on Twitch, twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, or watch or listen later or live on YouTube, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, or listen on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Remember, if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below, or by donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel one of two different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime, because remember, if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and they always give you one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember, you can support us over on YouTube by becoming a channel member. And finally, head over to the Epic Game Store. Whether you're buying a new game like Star Wars Jedi Survivor, claiming one of the free games, like I have them there, like Horizon Chase Turbo or KO the Kangaroo, well, you're getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, and Fall Guys. Because remember, Fortnite just added a bunch of new Star Wars stuff like Anakin Skywalker. So you want to get some bucks, and go in there and play some Fortnite. And when you buy anything from Epic Games or the Epic Games Store, use this code right here, PW Unlimited, at checkout for all Epic Games and Epic Games Store purchases. Again, use code PWU NLIMITED for all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases. So, first news story we got to talk about, well, it's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. This tournament does kick off tonight on Monday Night Raw. We know the 12 wrestlers that's going to be competing in this tournament. We're going to have 6 from Raw and 6 from SmackDown. As far as those 12 do go, representing Monday Night Raw, we have Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cody Rhodes. Representing Friday Night SmackDown is the U.S. Champion Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Edge, and Sheamus. Now, what they're going to do, if you guys are unaware, on both Raw and SmackDown this week, they're not even spreading this out over a couple of weeks. This week, starting tonight, we're going to get 2 triple threat matches. There's going to be 3 wrestlers. You know what triple threat is. Then the winners of those triple threat matches will go on to the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. And the winner of that main event singles match, one-on-one singles match, will then move to Night of Champions in 3 Saturdays, I want to say. 1, 2, 3 Saturdays. To challenge or to compete, become the first World Heavyweight Champion. Now, WWE has not announced any matches as far as who will be in what triple threat. But, and I'm going to throw this image up on the screen right here that says spoiler, because this might be a spoiler as far as who's going to be in what triple threat tonight on Monday Night Raw. So I'm going to wipe off my glasses, give you guys about 5-10 seconds to mute this video if you don't want to know yet. I'll give you a 5-second countdown here in a moment, and then we'll talk about it. So, we're going to talk about, this comes from PW Insider. They got word on who's going to be in what triple threat. And we're going to talk about it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we do know that in the first triple threat, it's going to be Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, and Shinsuke Nakamura. One man from that match will then go to the main event tonight. In the second triple threat match, well, you can kind of guess who that's going to be. It's Finn Balor, The Miz, and Cody Rhodes. So, if I'm spitballing and if I'm predicting here, I would say Seth wins one triple threat, Cody wins the other, and the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw ends up being Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. That's just my prediction. I don't know. This does come from Mike Johnson of PWU Insider, as far as he knows who's going to be in each triple threat, but doesn't state who's winning each triple threat. So that's just a little bit of potential spoilers. That's why I put the spoiler graphic up here, right here, or however you want here. Whatever. That's why I put the spoiler graphic up there, just so you guys know that we are talking possible spoilers for tonight's Monday Night Raw. But yeah, I think it's going to end up being Seth and Cody in the main event of tonight's Raw. And then Seth goes on to Night of Champions and faces whoever comes out of SmackDown. I still say it should be AJ Styles for the title. So that's what's going on tonight. And according to a report from Fightful, which I don't know why you would need to report this, is pretty much of a given, the tournament is going to get a significant amount of time tonight on Raw. We're going to take the spoiler graphic off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo, bango, bongo. We're out of spoiler territory. So yeah, tonight we'll kick off the title tournament. The tournament will then continue on SmackDown Friday. And then I guess these guys are going to go back and forth brands, whoever are the two, for like 2 weeks. Or they're just going to cut promos and talk crap on their own show. I don't know how they're going to promote this going forward, but it should be interesting as we lead in to Night of Champions. Now, this past weekend was Backlash. Backlash was an amazing show. Backlash was so good. We saw Bad Bunny defeat Damian Priest. We saw Cody Rhodes get a flash win over Brock Lesnar. And WWE is now touting this as the most successful Backlash of all time. WWE stated the following in a press release. WWE delivers recent breaking Backlash. That's kind of a weird way to write it. Again, this is me reading the press release. WWE delivers, I read it wrong, record-breaking Backlash in Puerto Rico. I read the word record as recent. My bad. WWE today announced that WWE Backlash, which emanated from the Coliseo de Puerto Rico Jose Miguel Aguilar, became WWE's highest grossing and most viewed Backlash in company history. Viewership of Backlash was a 28% increase versus a record set in 2022. The event, which featured Bad Bunny, the most streamed music artist in the world, marketed the largest gate ever for any WWE event held in the the largest gate in the history of Backlash. More than 34,800 fans descended on for back-to-back sellout nights for SmackDown. 16,896 attendees for SmackDown and 17,944 attendees for Raw. Very interesting that they're calling both nights a sellout, but they don't have the same attendance. The building was set up the same both nights, so why wouldn't they be the same? I don't know. Unless I'm looking too much into this, and it is they sold the same amount of seats, but that's just how many people ended up showing up. Like maybe they sold out all the seats they put on sale, and then 16,896 for SmackDown and 17,944 is how many people actually showed up to the building. They state that it also marked the most successful Backlash on social media of all time, led by over 40 million views of the San Juan street fight featuring Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. A lot of those for Carlito, which we'll talk about later. The hashtag WWE Backlash, accompanied by a custom Bad Bunny emoji, trended #1 across the entire evening of sports, which was big because they had a Henry Cejudo Aljamain Sterling fight for the UFC. They had Canelo Alvarez fighting in boxing at the same night. So yeah, that's big by WWE. In addition, Backlash broke merchandise and sponsorship records as the first ever WWE event under the expanded partnership with Fanatics overseeing the on-site event retail experience. Top selling items included the WWE Backlash shirt and LWO Puerto Rico shirts. Sponsorship revenue surpassed any Backlash event in history, breaking last year's record with a 98% year-on-year increase through partnerships with Netflix's Fubar, which is a new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie coming out, Mike's Harder Lemonade, and Xfinity. Cool? WWE made a lot of money this weekend with Backlash. Now, at Backlash, we saw the street fight, the San Juan street fight, and it is now being reported that, well, Damian Priest is getting a lot of praise for his role this past weekend. Per PW Insider, there was a ton of praise internally for the work that Priest has done in recent months to, quote, level himself up in recent months, which culminated with this past weekend's street fight. One source in the company told PW Insider that Priest, quote, has to be seen as one of the, quote, top-level players in the company going forward. Priest is part of the tournament tonight to crown the new champion, but not expected to win. So, yeah, people have been seeing the work that Damian Priest has been putting in basically since WrestleMania and being like, yeah, no, if they don't see this guy as a top guy now, then somebody's not looking at something properly. Somebody's not looking at something right. Somebody's messing something up. So it is really good to see that, you know, Damian Priest is now getting, I guess you could say, the praise and the accolades that he deserves. Because Damian Priest is freaking great. Fantastic. So good. Now, at Backlash, Damian Priest did take on Bad Bunny. They had a street fight, and Bad Bunny did take to Instagram to show off some of his bruises and bumps and bangs and whatnots from the actual show. We're going to pull those up on the screen right here just to show you the images. A little quick hit. So bang, bang, boom. Yeah, Bad Bunny, like I said on Saturday, looks like he belonged and proved that he belonged, taking all the licks. Not like, I'm a celebrity, I can't really get hurt. I can hurt you, but I can't get hurt myself. No. He took kendo stick shots. He took chair shots. He took all kinds of beatings during this match. And yeah, that's his back showing it off. So kudos to Bad Bunny for going out there and being a pro wrestler. Vegeta, no. According to PW Insider, as we talked about earlier, if you were listening, Cody and Seth are supposed to be in separate triple threats tonight. WWE has not announced who's in what triple threat, but we did get word from PW Insider who they're hearing is in each triple threat. So, as of this morning, the plan was for Cody and Seth to be in separate triple threats, hence why I think they're going to be the main event of Raw tonight. Now, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, street fight. We also saw the LWO. We also saw Judgment Day. We also saw Zelina Vega, and we also saw Carlito. Caribbean cool. Spit in the face of people who do not want to be cool. Apple and all. And according to a new report from Fightful, this is a little quick because people have been asking, Carlito was only in for a one-off, just to pop the crowd in San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is not like, oh, they brought Carlito in to see if he did well and then sign him. Maybe that can be a possibility going forward. But as of the weekend, as of Backlash, the plan was only for Carlito to come in and work Backlash. Only for Carlito to be a cool special surprise for the live crowd. Yet, yes, he did what they expected, got a big pop with that live crowd, but I don't know if they expected the outpour on social media that he also got. That all the praise for, oh my God, Carlito, look how great he looks. Carlito looked cool. Carlito looked great. Carlito this, Carlito that. Boom, boom, boom. Carlito was trending on social media Saturday night. So we'll see if that leads to anything, but according to Fightful, nope. Just a one-off. Carlito. Now, coming out of a Backlash, it is also being reported that many backstage are a lot happier than they've been. There's a lot of happiness backstage. According to a new report from PW Insider, they state that those backstage were very happy with Omos's performance at Backlash, with the feeling being that it is one of the best major matches he has ever had. It is also said that morale backstage is good as well, as they are seeing more wrestlers get opportunities. Let me reread this. As those backstage are now seeing more wrestlers get major opportunities, and they are happier for everybody going forward. So there we go. People were saying that Omos looked good, and in turn, Omos looking good and Omos getting opportunities like this is not giving other people hope. So cool. That's a good thing to hear. Now, the final news story we do have from WWE. This is about Zelina Vega, who got just a hero's welcome, basically, in San Juan, Puerto Rico, both before and after the match. Zelina Vega, who was of Puerto Rican heritage, challenged Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship this past Saturday in San Juan, Puerto Rico at Backlash. Though she didn't win the match, Vega received a huge reaction. Heroes cheer, standing ovation from the crowd after her match that left her emotional. Reflecting on the moment in a social media post Sunday, Vega wrote the following. I'll pull this up on the screen. Yo soy. Can't read Spanish. I woke up this morning with happy tears rolling down my face and praying that it wasn't a dream like it always was. I wish I could hug every single one of you in the audience and everyone sending their love from home. You have no idea how much this meant to me. This weekend, my life changed forever. I'm so honored, so grateful, and feel incredibly blessed to have had the support I had last night. From the fans, my beautiful family, my heroes, to my coworkers, to finally hearing Triple H say, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And he was talking to me this time. I'm crying even typing this. To represent my people in Puerto Rico, man, I'll never forget this. Neither will my family. And I promise you'll get all of me every time. This is not over. This is just the beginning. Someday I will become WWE Women's Champion. A hero is not one who never falls. It's the one who gets up again and again, never losing sight of their dreams. Rock Lee. Massive thank you to the village that created the masterpiece I wore yesterday. Her hand styles stayed with me every step of the way, making sure my hair was on point. Team No Sleep. USA Mesh Day worked so hard on the whole outfit and beautiful flag. I felt like a superhero, a princess, and a rock star all at once. Be Fabulous 1 slayed my makeup. Is that B-Fab? Like B-Fab? But we'll check that in a second. And made sure that no matter how hard I cried, I'd still glitter like gold. Mache 275. Them crystals, bruh. Insanely iconic look. Kelsey Claus for the dopest nails I've ever had. I was in awe. Tans by LP for my tan and accentuating my abs. I'm so lucky to have you all. Puerto Rico, I love you. LWO mi familia. I'm honored to stand alongside all of you. Thank you for having my back and inspiring me to keep fighting. Now, I get to be in the arms of my seven fur babies, my incredible, supportive, and loving husband, Malachi Black. I wouldn't have been where I am personally or professionally without him. Hitting the 619 for Ray, shimmying for Eddie Guerrero, and then dropping Rhea with a Meteora for my husband was the coolest thing ever. Daddy, I love you. PR, love. No, not BFAB. So with that, yeah, really cool post there by Zelina Vega, just showing all the support, adoration, and love for everybody that supported her along this journey this past weekend, for her to be in probably one of, if not the biggest match of her career. So that's really, really, really cool over there. Now we got to move into something AEW-wise that is interesting. That is not what I expected to read this morning, and I'm going to pull something up on the screen. Give me 1 second. My link's not working. All right, here we go. Chris Jericho tweeted out this this morning, stating, quote, "Hey, Mandalay Bay, it's unacceptable that you tried to bully me and assault me when all I wanted was my bags that I left at concierge. Your security staff ignored me for 30 minutes, and when I made some noise, physically and mentally assaulted me and laughed in my face. I want restitution now." Now, I'm not 100% sure. Jericho also posted this image with this. Now, we're not 100% sure what this all means, but according to Jericho, he was physically and mentally assaulted by the staff at the Mandalay Bay. I assume that's hotel in Vegas. Mandalay Bay Resort. Let's just double check here. I want to say this is in Vegas. The one that he's talking about. Yes. Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. So, yeah, this is a very interesting developing story. Jericho posted this at 5:14 a.m. Pacific. And we'll see if anything does come of this. But Jericho, again, did state that he left his bags with concierge, and when he went to go get them, staff ignored him for over 30 minutes. And then when he finally tried to, make a noise about, hey, I'm here, I need some help, whatever, maybe I'm just spitballing, he says that he was physically and mentally assaulted, and then they laughed in his face. What the hell? Now, as we move forward with some more AEW news, looks like one top AEW wrestler is about to undergo hernia surgery and is going to be out for a number of weeks. At this past weekend's Ring of Honor TV tapings in Orlando, Florida, following the main event, Eddie Kingston would come out to do a promo where he revealed that he'll be undergoing hernia surgery tomorrow, this Tuesday. Kingston told the fans in attendance that he expects to be out and return in about 6 weeks. This comes after he previously said a few weeks ago on ROH Weekly Television that he would likely have to undergo the surgery, but wasn't sure exactly when he would be doing so from the injury that occurred back in September. This man's been working with a hernia since September. So Eddie Kingston will be undergoing hernia surgery tomorrow and says that he should be out for about 6 weeks and then good to return. So if he's going under tomorrow, 6 weeks would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Middle of June, week of the 19th through the 23rd. So we want to wish Eddie Kingston a speedy recovery as he's undergoing hernia surgery tomorrow. And finally, the last thing we got to talk about, because we got a short one here today. Fun, cool little nugget story from old Darby Allin, who says that next year he plans to climb Mount Everest. Darby Allin says that he believes climbing Mount Everest is the, quote, next rush he's been searching for. The 30-year-old spoke with TMZ Sports recently and said that he wants to continue to do things non-wrestling that he's never done before. That includes tackling the world's tallest mountain. He said, quote, the thing I'm going to be doing next year that no wrestler's done before is climb Mount Everest. You heard it here first. He continued to say that he's thankful AEW gives him the freedom to do such things outside of the ring. He said, quote, AEW gives me something that no other company can give me, and that's the freedom to go crazy outside the ring, do my stuff. I'm telling you right now, no other company will let me skate with Tony Hawk or go crazy at Nitro Circus with Pastrana or make stuff like that. Well, WWE might if they get in a kickback. If it's like a promotional thing with the Nitro Circus guys or with Tony Hawk where they're going to get some sort of publicity out of it. That WWE would let him do Nitro Circus stuff and Tony Hawk skate stuff if it benefited them, regardless. He stated that he is going to climb Mount Everest next year, and he wants to become the first pro wrestler to ever do so. Should Darby Allin decide to go through with this, it would mean that he would need to take a significant amount of time away from All Elite Wrestling. On average, the climb takes about 2 months to complete, and you have to train before you can even do it. Something on my microphone here. So that should be really cool if he does do it. He didn't give a timetable. He just says that he wants to do it next year, which is in 2024. But with that, guys, that's all we've got for you here. It's a short one, the wrestling for this Monday, the 8th of May, 2023. Remember, tonight is Monday Night Raw. Tonight does kick off the WWE World Title Tournament. And yeah, as far as Raw goes, and I'm going to double check, WWE hasn't announced anything for this show. Nothing on their website. Let's check their Twitter. Nope. Not seeing anything on their Twitter. Let's refresh this one more time. Nothing on their Twitter. Let's go to their Instagram. Anything for Raw on their Instagram? But sometimes, for some reason, they like to do this where they'll announce something on Instagram and then not post it on Twitter for like another hour. They do have an Instagram story up, just showing who's going to be in the tournament. Boom. Yeah, nothing for Raw, and yeah, looks like nothing's still announced for tonight's Monday Night Raw. So with that, if we do hear anything else or anything at all for Raw, like legit through WWE, not just rumors and reports from like PW Insider and Fightful, we'll have it for you throughout the day. So with that, guys, that's going to wrap everything up. I want to say thank you if you're watching live, whether that's on Twitch or YouTube, or if you're watching later on YouTube or listening on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Again, like I stated, we'll be back tonight for Monday Night Raw. So have a good rest of your Monday, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.